What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video. Um, I'm really excited to get started, and just want to give you a little bit of background. So I got the opportunity to attend E3. I won passes from Ryan Panagos, and I also got the opportunity to do a little work as well, and I ended up working at the Sony booth with Spider-Man. So I actually got the opportunity to meet the developers, and it's a huge team, and they have so much passion for Spider-Man. And I just want to make sure I make this clear. They didn't share with me any spoilers, and even if I did learn spoilers, I would never, um, betray their trust. Which they didn't. Nobody gave me spoilers, but I'm just saying, like, this video is out of respect for the developers. This is my fan suggestions, things that I would love to see in the game, and some observations that you, even if you watch the E3 demo, you can see the same thing. But I got to see it a little bit more in depth, and I just wanted to share with you my concerns, and my observations and my suggestions. So the first part of my video is going to be about webbing and his tech upgrades. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, what's up, guys? So let's get right into it. So here are a few of my concerns for Spider-Man's webbing. These are certain things that I definitely wanted to see in Insomniac's game. So in previous games, Spider-Man's webbing, especially in the VNOC series, we lost basic control over his webbing. If you look at the VNOC series, a lot of his web-based moves, they were all part of combos or button prompts. You really didn't have complete control over your webbing. The only thing you can really do was web bullets. And it's like after Spider-Man 3, that it was just like the basic thing that you can do. Like, they totally forgot about, being able to web people up, being able to throw them in the air, being able to spin them around, and being able to slam them, and just basic things that Spider-Man should be able to do with his webbing. It's like they totally forgot about that, and made everything automated. And when I found out Insomniac was going to do the game, I wasn't really sure what to expect because I never played Sunset Overdrive. But as I looked at it, actually seen it in person, I realized that these guys, they know what they're doing. Um, and But like I said, I had my concerns, and for me, like I said, I wanted the ability to do different basic things with his webbing. In my opinion, Spider-Man should be able to, slam people on the ground. He should be able to, throw them around. He should be able to go towards them. And if you notice in the demo, he has you fire the web and he punches in their direction. That's in the games. Also, you can stick people to things. And there's also a targeting reticule, and I think that's really, really, really cool. It appears that you can use a targeting reticule to target in any direction, any place. I would love to see if you can target their feet, or target their eyes, um, target their hands. Like, I would love to be able to really pinpoint where I want to fire my web, instead of just being, oh well, you only can do this way. Because I don't know if you remember in VNOX games, the targeting reticule, it was there, but if you press the web button, you only could shoot in front of you. And I didn't really like that, because it didn't really make a lot of sense gameplay wise. If I have a targeting reticule, why can't I only fire in front of me? Why can't I fire over top of me? Why can't I fire to the side? And I always felt like there was a delay with the webbing. Like, there wasn't really, I didn't feel like I was in control. So from what I noticed in the demo, we definitely have control over our webs. It seems like it has its own separate system, and I really appreciate that. So the next part of my video is going to be about tech upgrades. These are some things that I would love to see in the game, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tech upgrades, but here are some things that I would love to see. Okay, guys, so let's get into the tech upgrades. So the first tech upgrade I would love to see is Web Barrage. Web Barrage has been in previous Spider-Man games, but it seems like after the Beanox series or during the Beanox series, Web Barrage was the only thing that you can manually do for Spider-Man. Like it was the only thing, and an Insomniac's game, I was hoping that they would have a variety of different tech upgrades. And I think the biggest thing for me is having control over them. So for Web Barrage, I would like to be able to just tap the web button and fire multiple web bullets, instead of it just being one big blast of bullets. I want it to be multiple web bullets, but by the player being in control of them. I think that's important, to make us feel like we're in control. The second tech upgrade I would love to see is Web Blast. And Web Blast is a staple Spider-Man move. It's been in Marvel vs. Capcom. It's been in Spider-Man 2. It's been in the Beanox series. Um, and I think that it would be nice to see it come back. Um, Another thing I want to say about tech upgrades and just in combat in general, I think that um, the tech has different like attributes in combat. Like I don't want every tech upgrade to necessarily be about webbing, and I don't want every tech upgrade to do the same thing each time. Like it should have different effects because if you're in combat, you fire web blast, it'll knock them off the ground. If you fire web barrage, it'll stun them, it'll hit them, and maybe do some damage. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now the next two upgrades they actually belong to Scarlet Spider. They're part of his equipment set. It's Impact Web and his Stingers. So Impact Web, they're little web pellets, and when they make contact with the opponent, they expand, and little more strands come from the web pellet, and they immobilize the opponent. I would love to see that in combat. I think that would be really interesting. Um, it's a different take on the web, on a standard web. The next one is Stingers, and Stingers, they're darts that contain a tranquilizer that can incapacitate the enemy. Think of it like Nightwing's wrist darts. For stealth combat, I think it should maybe take a minute to knock people out. It'll knock them out for a minute. But for regular combat, I think it should be a little shorter, so it'll stun them, knock them out, and then you have less time to react. But I think it would be better balanced if it didn't knock them out for too long in a combat situation. But in stealth, it should be a lot longer. Next upgrade is going to be expanding web foam. Now, expanding web foam can be really cool because you can use it in a variety of ways in real time. Like you can use it to cushion a fall. Like what if someone's falling, a pedestrian is falling, you deploy some web foam, or to stop a speeding car, you plant it on the road and it expands and it stops the car from moving. Or in combat situations, you can use it to stop speeders. You can use it to cushion a fall, to entrap enemies. And also, I think it would be great to use it as like a smoke bomb or as a trap. Like you stick it just like the tripwire web. You stick it, it expands, and they get caught, and then you catch them from the other side because they're not expecting you to come from the other way. So the next two upgrades, I think they're more advanced, is the wide net, and that's a standard Spider-Man move, but it's never been in a game before. So I would love to be able to like throw opponents onto a web net or wide net. The final upgrade, well, actually, it's not the final upgrade. The next upgrade is going to be the Bug Zapper, Bug Zappers, and that is metallic webs deliver a powerful electric shock to their targets. I think that would be amazing. It would be nice to have a different type of webbing, not necessarily be webbing. It can be, it'll help make the gameplay feel more varied, and it'll stun the opponents. And the final upgrade is going to be Web Explosion, and it will cost several web cartridges, and it will make everything in the area engulfed in web.